Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and another episode of Relationship Talks. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications. If you like the video, smash the like button and drop a comment down below. We're going to talk about what's been trending for a little bit, which is this whole situation about the unconventional marriage between Will and Jada Smith. So, Will Smith has finally revealed that he is in an open marriage with Jada, ending years of cheating speculations, swinging claims, and affair rumors. Now, this couple started to explore polygamy after they were both miserable in their relationship and realized clearly something had to change. Now, Will, who's 53, which of course they got married in 1997. And of course they have two children, Jaden and Willow. Jada is a stepmother to his son, Trey, from a previous marriage. Now, in the past, they have alluded to having an unconventional type of relationship, with Jada even once saying that they are free to do whatever they want in their grown relationship, in quotations. Now, during the 24 years that they have been married, Will and Jada have both been linked to other celebrities, but of course they denied claims of any infidelity. And, here we dig into those affair rumors, swinging claims, and of course Jada's toy boy tryst. But the interesting thing is, Will Smith had a few dreams of his own. He did a recent GQ interview, and he said that he has always been open to less traditional relationships after he admitted he dreamed of dating multiple famous women simultaneously while he was still a teenager. He also went on to tell GQ that the idea of traveling with 20 women that he loved and took care of and all of that, it seemed like a really great idea to him. Now, some of the people on that list of his idea included Halle Berry, American ballerina Misty Copeland, and for many years he said he felt shame about fantasizing about having a harem. Will also, he said he believed it stemmed from his Christian upbringing, which led him to fear that his thoughts were sins. He eventually sought out an intimacy coach by the name of Michaela Beam, and now he said he thinks very differently. He said, it was okay to think Halle was fine. It doesn't make me a bad person that I'm married and I think Halle is beautiful. And after he played it out a little bit with the therapist, he said he concluded a harem would not be as great as he thought it would be. But he was like, that would be horrific. That would definitely be horrific. He said he was like, can you imagine how miserable, he recalled. And then, of course, he also had revealed with his interview that his wife never believed in a conventional marriage due to her upbringing. He said that Jada had family members that had an unconventional relationship, so she grew up in a way that was very different than how I grew up. Now, while rumors of infidelity have definitely surrounded this couple's marriage for years, Jada appeared to give him the green light to cheat in an interview that she did back in 2013 with HuffPost. She said, I've always told Will, you can do whatever you want as long as you can look at yourself in the mirror and be okay with that. I'm here as his partner, but he is his own man. He has to decide who he wants to be, and that's not for me to do for him, or vice versa. She even later posted in a Facebook post that they have a grown marriage and said that she too can do whatever she want to do. And she even went on to say, Will and I both can do whatever we want because we trust each other to do so. Now, this does not mean we have an open relationship. This just means we have a grown one. Sound like an open relationship to me. Now, during the interview that was had with Howard Stern back in 2015, Jada said, "Look, I'm not here to be anybody's watcher. I'm not his watcher. He's a grown man." Jada seemed to approve of extramarital affairs in 2017 when she told the interviewer the craziest rumor that she heard about herself. She told Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, "The craziest rumor that Will and I are swingers, that's the craziest one. It's constant." And I'm like, yo, I wish. And you know what? That I've heard that rumor myself, because it seemed like the way that they were spinning things, it looked like something was going on and that it was open. So of course people were going to be saying that, right? Then last year the Smiths hit the headlines when Jada spoke publicly about her entanglement with August Alsina, that rapper and also family friend. In 2017, she had a relationship with the then 27-year-old during a difficult time in their marriage when they had basically, in quotations, broken up. Now, during an episode of the Red Table Talk last year, Jada said, "As time went on, I got into a different type of entanglement with August." And during that same show, Will admitted he and Jada had been separated for a period of time before he added and said, "I was done with you." Jada rebuked August's previous claims that Will had given them permission to sleep with her. At the time, he said, "We sat down like two men and was like, yo, boom, you have my love, you have my blessing." And that's the situation as a whole. Jada came back and responded that the only person that can give permission in that circumstance is myself. Now, the actress believed that his comments, meaning August's comments, were misunderstood and said that he only wanted to make it clear that he was not a homewrecker. Now, that wasn't the only time questions was raised about Jada having an extramarital affair. In 2011, U.S. Weekly reported the actress and J-Lo's then husband Mark Anthony were, in quotation marks, inappropriately close, and they were caught at the family home. But of course, they both denied everything. And then Will just recently, very recently, admitted to having had sexual relationships outside of his marriage, but he refused to reveal with whom. He wasn't going to kiss and tell. And not many people have been linked to the star, but in 2015, rumors spread about an affair with Margot Robbie, which he vehemently denied. Speculation was rife about their chemistry on and off the set while they filmed the movie Focus, and especially during those raunchy sex scenes that they had. However, later Margot told E! News he's really got lovely breath spray. It tastes like Christmas. It's like he's just eating a candy cane. Now, Will also revealed his wife had commented on his on-screen appearance ahead of them filming together. He said when Margot got hired for the gig, she saw that Margot was young and hot and in shape. She said, "Boy, don't embarrass me. Get in shape now." She was like, "Don't let that girl smash you on screen." Now, both actors have denied all claims of a romance between them, and Margot previously stated that she would never date a fellow actor because they are trouble, as she said back in 2015. Now, she's been married, of course, already to Tom Ackerley since 2016 after meeting him on a different set in 2013. This wasn't the only time Margot was forced to deny that she and Will were more than friends, because there were more rumors that reemerged after a photo of them baring their chest in a photo booth surfaced. So, there was some eyewitnesses that claimed to have seen Will carrying the 23-year-old at the time back to his trailer. The unnamed individual claimed they were hanging all over each other and skipped an after party to be alone with each other. At that time, Margot tweeted, "There's absolutely no truth to these rumors." Despite her protest, she struggled to shake off the claims of an affair in 2018 and was probed again about her friendship with Will. Now, during the episode of The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, she chose to drink a shot of alcohol rather than discuss the actor. So of course, that's pretty interesting. If you got folks seeing you move around like you are, folks gonna say something. And especially, I don't know if this guy, obviously he saw what he saw, but I know it's crazy. And of course, after these rumors, Margot and Will emerged in 2013, Jada gave this cryptic speech that hinted at them having a non-traditional relationship, and her saying, when you're going through a storm with your spouse, stop thinking about what you believe a husband or wife should be. Will claim, of course, that the secret to a happy marriage was putting the other person first. He also told E we had to shift the paradigm in the relationship, and we did. There's one relationship to have with people, and there's friendships. So, I think it's a pretty interesting situation, especially what came out in the GQ interview, especially fairly recently. He went on with GQ to elaborate on the statement about claiming that their open marriage was integral in them staying together. For a large part of their relationship, monogamy was what we chose, not thinking of monogamy as the only relational perfection. We have to give each other trust and freedom with the belief that everybody has to find their own way. And he says he believes the unconditional support that they show each other while experiencing freedom is the highest definition of love. And then there's this other thing that Will talked about, and this whole situation with the relationship Jada had, and how she felt about Tupac before he passed away back in 1996. He obviously felt that he was not the leading man at that point in his life, and I think even in some of his statements, and I don't want to misquote him, where he pretty much was not happy about that. And, my thing is, if you are starting off very early on shaky ground and it doesn't seem to work, obviously with these two individuals, they try different, as they say, unconventional ways of making this whole situation work. But it seems to me that sometimes if somebody else have an imprint on your heart, and at this point it never came to fruition because of what happened, as we all know, in 1996 with Tupac passing. But if she had her heart set on someone else, and of course that person is no longer attainable, somewhere in her heart, I'm wondering if she had unresolved feelings with this, because it was so much so that it actually created a reaction in Will and had him feeling some kind of way. I think he was saying he didn't even get to talk to him before he passed, and about the fact of him being this rapper, and here he is, this guy who was this comedian, and he was a rapper too, but of course his music was a little bit of a different genre than, of course, Tupac. But for some kind of way or reason, her heart was definitely pulled toward Tupac. And I'm wondering, because they got married in 97. He passed away in 96. What was the situation if that hadn't happened? I wonder, would she had ended up with him in the long run? Of course, we would never know that. But that also played a part and what happened with these two as well. And if this is still sticking in his craw, from over 25 years ago, then who knows? And of course, if she's not 100% because, her heart was somewhere else, and of course it didn't get to fruition because of everything that's happened, there's a disconnect there. Now, I know he said he wouldn't recommend their pathway for anybody to take that same road. And that's got to be a hard road to take. And so I always talk about on my channel about being intentional. Absolutely. At the same time, when it's not going to work, unless you choose to take that road, I don't know if it's going to be a happy road. I don't see either of them being 110% fulfilled They may go out and, have their open relationships, and this is my opinion. I'm not in their lives. But obviously, this is something that they're trying to do to make them stay, to keep them together. They have an empire to protect. That's the other thing. So do they go through a divorce and, break this whole thing up? Or do they just stick it out for the long run and, keep this business relationship as well as their open relationship going in the same direction? Look like that's what they're going to do. And it seems like, of course, polyamory, poly relationships. There's even if you are a soap opera or daytime soap watcher, there's even a storyline going on The Bold and the Beautiful between, Eric Forrester, Quinn Forrester, and a third party, which is Carter. So, I mean, it's becoming something, as they call it, unconventional, but at the same time, I guess people are choosing that option. The choice is yours. I'm not going to judge. People get to choose what they want to do as long as it doesn't impact or become a detriment to someone else. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to continue to do the Relationship Talks episodes. But until the next one, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you soon.